50
Okay.
pixels.
Okay. Listen. On three. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
5.
No. You gotta clap on three. Okay.
Do I actually have to clap?
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1,
Come on, we can do it.
2, 3. Webcast. Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
I love how we're doing that. We don't even need to fucking sing. Because I'm just
Yeah.
recording everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is Webcast, but back after like God knows how long.
10 years.
It's not like we can go
10 years.
check or anything. No, that doesn't exist. No.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
I'm sorry for all 10 of you that are disappointed that it disappeared. I don't even think 10 people watch this podcast.
1.5.
1.5.
That's the exact number.
I was busy with this thing called school.
I have a thing called life.
Yeah, I have this thing called life. Like, in all seriousness, I've had literally no free time, except for the strike. But I won't go into that. That was forever ago. Anyways, let's start off with year in review. It's not like today's the 11th of January.
Yeah.
And we're a bit late, but 2017. You go.
27 tun.
How was the year for you?
I'm trying to think. It was good. I don't know. So much happened, and like it's kind of crazy that it all went by just like that. You know, I know people say that all the time, but like it's actually true. Like it went by way too quick, and I am scared of time. Scary thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think of things to say right now.
Okay, next topic. Boom.
Well, you know, I'm gonna
No,
have
we
your
can't. We
part.
can't have the same fucking jokes 3 episodes in a row.
What same joke?
The false topic lasts like 3 seconds thing.
What a great topic.
2017 for me was probably the worst year since 2014.
Really?
Yeah, 2017 fucking sucked for me. Like, I had so many fucking fights with online friends. That, like, sometimes nearly destroyed friendships, other times did destroy friendships. A lot of garbage came out this year if we talk about, like, video games and shit.
Yeah.
YouTube just got so shitty that I just, like, lost the will to do it. And
I haven't lost that yet.
Yet.
Keyword.
And then when I finally fucking graduate high school and then start doing what I've been wanting to do for years, the fucking teachers go on strike for a month.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. It's wonderful.
I imagine so.
And then fucking... Although this technically doesn't count because it happened a few weeks ago in 2018, but with the way student loans work in Canada, you get a little bit of extra money to that, like... Okay, here's an example. Let's pretend for a semester, one semester costs like $2,000 and you're getting student loans. And then they'll give you $2,300. $2,000 goes to pay for the college, and then you get $300 in your bank account to like help you survive and stuff. I got literally nothing for the second semester. While my friends got like a few hundred and one of them got almost 1,000.
Oh.
I got nothing. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So that technically doesn't count because that was 2018.
Don't you mean 2017?
No, the
It's free real estate.
I should not have fucking
What?
said. Cut that.
Dude, cut it. Reminder to cut this out.
Hang on. I think it was around 5:30. Yeah, 5:30. Okay.
Yeah, let's skip over that.
There was something else that I don't want to talk about because that would ruin the mood. But yeah, 2017 has been pretty garbage for me. Yeah.
Yeah, like for me it was like, in a lot of ways it was better, but in some ways it was just like the same as 2016. So yeah, nothing too different there.
Now that I'm thinking about it, 2017 destroyed all the good stuff for 2016 for me. Like YouTube in 2016, YouTube went great. I made a lot of cool friends, and we hung out online and played a lot of games and recorded videos and shit. It was a lot of fun. And then 2017 destroyed all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2016 was packed. Like we made so many videos.
Not good, but they exist.
We made videos nonetheless, and we had fun. So can't really take that away.
And 2017, everybody, including myself, has just been giving up on YouTube because it's just not fun anymore.
I can still get a little bit of fun out of it, but like it's not the same
It's just
as
not.
it was.
It's not the same. It feels more of like an obligation. I don't want it to. I don't want to have something feel like an obligation if I'm not. This is gonna sound cunty, but I don't want to feel obligated to do something if I'm not getting something out of it.
What's good? That's kind of reasonable though.
Yeah.
Like
Like it does sound cunny. It sounds like.
Well,
I put all this work into my YouTube channel. I should get fucking like millions of views. Like no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like any
Yeah, I get
growth,
that, yeah.
any growth would have been nice. I put in I've made probably like some videos that like the Shift 2 video fucking trash, but Fast RMX and the Smashing Drive videos, I'm fucking proud of those videos. They're not as good as what I thought of them when I uploaded them, but there's still something to be proud of. I'm like, yeah, I did something that doesn't suck. And they got like 20 views a piece. And I'm currently sitting at like 50 or 60. And it's like, I did all that work. All of this built up to nothing.
there's a lot of videos I can think of which deserve a lot more like love and passion from the community.
Meanwhile, fucking Logan Paul and Jake Paul just fucking keep going and going when all they fucking do is vlog, and the only work that's actually done, they're fucking hiring other people to do.
And especially with the thing that happened recently. So
Both things,
Kinda makes it even
because I don't know if you know this, but Jake Paul did something right after the Logan Paul situation.
I heard about that as well.
So
And YouTube actually did something about it when it first happened, unlike Logan Paul's video. They waited like how long?
Yeah.
To like actually do something about it.
I don't know. YouTube's fucking shit. I could go into it, but if you're watching this, if you're one of the 5 people watching this, you already know. You already know.
Yeah.
You already know.
But like with the whole I want to go back to like how you think like you at least should get like something out of it, like when you put as much time into a video, you kind of get that mentality, like at least a little bit of support, you know, at least a bit of like community feedback or whatever, you know.
But
just
when you
something.
get nothing, like even the Shift 2 video kind of like set up in a weird way. When I uploaded the Shift 2 video and the feedback from it, like it's not massive in the grand scheme of things, but it got like what 100 views in a day or two, and like so I got
views?
like well, maybe not 100, maybe like 50 to 100 views, but like, it's sad that like that's a lot, but like, and I got like comments from everyone like writing paragraphs about stuff, and even one of my friends from high school commented on it, which I was just not expecting at all, because he doesn't even like racing games.
But it was like this grand video.
It was this grand video. It was this, and like it sort of like built up expectations that like, yeah, I can do this. I can put real effort in the videos instead of shitting them out. And then I actually make better videos and no one fucking cares. Cause they're on some fucking obscure racing games nobody fucking cares about because it's gotta be Need for Speed. And
yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about it.
oh my god. I don't know. Just I probably went into this on the last episode, but the Smashing Drive video is one of the main reasons. Like I've been like before that, I was feeling about like quitting YouTube for a while just because I didn't see how it would align up with what I wanted to do with my life. But that Smashing Drive video is what put me over the edge of like I can't do this anymore. Cause like it's not the video itself, it's the fact that I put in so much work and got nothing out of it. Nothing. It got like in a day like 20 views, and then the Shitty Carbon video and the 2015 video before it got way more views in a short amount of time. Granted, I think now they have less views than the Smashing Drive video, but like at the time, Smashing Drive video fucking fell flat on its face when I put in so much time and effort. And I even fucking like advertised in a couple Discords, and it got nothing. I don't know, that bothers me. Like I think, like if you put in work into something and it's good, you should get something, even if it's just a couple views. Like you should get something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Because I think like we pretty much discussed.
So in summary, 2017 sucked. 2018 will be worse.
Who knows? But with what's happened in 2017.
What's happened in 2018 already? We're on like week 2. Week 2.
Here we are.
And like already Logan Paul's filmed a dead body. Jake Paul had I don't know fucking what was it? Did he had to upload a video from having sex, or did he talk about it? I don't remember.
What's good? The thumbnail was
the
that,
thumbnail.
Like, the video had nothing to do with it. It was about skiing.
And then we have had literally the worst memes with Tide Pods, Do You Know the Way, and a fucking nut.
Oh yeah, I saw that video about the Tide Pods.
No. I don't know about on Twitter, but on Facebook, fucking the nut meme. It's just like a bolt nut thing, and it's the meme.
I haven't heard that one.
It's why?
I don't know what it is, so I'm confused.
I see it everywhere on Facebook. It's like, why is this a meme? Out of all fucking things, it's like, why is this a meme?
Let's go after this. I'm gonna go see what that is.
Oh my god. Anyways, the Burnout remaster that's been leaked and so far has not been confirmed, unless if it's like gets confirmed like the day I uploaded this or something.
Yeah.
I know. Today is January 11th. So far, no confirmation.
But like, there's been like 2
leaks.
countries that have like quote unquote confirmed that it's a thing. Like I think it was Brazil and Japan. Like
yeah,
Brazil
the countries themselves. The countries themselves. Yeah. The Japanese.
Yeah, they addressed it themselves.
The Japanese Prime Minister was just like, yeah, Burnout Remaster's a thing. It's coming March.
It's a thing, guys. Get hyped.
Get hyped. You say your opinions, because I can go on about it, and you should start talking.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So Burnout Remaster. Yeah, apparently it's gonna be a thing. I might get it. Like, I think the game, like as it is right now, I think it looks fine. You know, I mean, a remaster would be cool, but like, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be the same game, but like with just better graphics, or it could be the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered way. And I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't doubt it because it's EA.
I'm gonna say this right now. From what I heard, it's just a straight port. Like, it's not even a fucking remaster. It's just a port.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, I'm not. Well, if it's gonna be that, then it's like, well, what's the point? Like, if it's
a
remaster,
like
where they added more content,
it'll probably be
and
like
it was better graphics.
it'll probably include all the DLC, which it fucking should.
Yeah. But, like, even then, it's like, well, I'm basically gonna get the same
I
game.
swear to
but,
God,
like,
if they
on my next gen console.
if they pull,
it's a backwards compatibility game.
yeah, it's
on
backwards
Xbox
compatible on
One.
Xbox One. But if they
So-
pull an Activision and you still have to buy the DLC, but they raise the prices, oh my God.
Yeah, they did that with Modern Warfare Remastered.
If they pull an Activision, holy fuck. An added loop.
I wouldn't be surprised because EA and Activision, they're like pretty much on the same level. At least from what I remember.
They're the same level of garbage. The only difference is Activision like fucks. No. Activision doesn't have sports games. That's the difference.
Yeah,
They
have,
had
like,
Skylanders, but then they kind of
also-
stopped doing that because that like the money dried up.
yeah, it became a dead thing.
So, as someone who is not in the community anymore, especially since I quit Twitter and that's where the community is, I don't know if someone has thought this. So it's possible somebody thought this. I see, even though the idea of a Burnout Paradise port on the Nintendo Switch sounds cool, like fucking taking Burnout Paradise on the Switch, holy fuck. But even though that idea sounds really cool, I'm a tiny bit concerned because
What's the concern?
it's not about the port itself, it's about why now. Why now? And I have a theory.
10 years.
I have a theory. After all the shit that's happened with Need for Speed and how badly Payback is bombed probably, I think EA is testing the waters with Burnout to see if, hey, is Burnout gonna sell better than Need for Speed? And I have a feeling Burnout Remastered, it will sell better than Payback, and then Need for Speed will be dead, and Burnout will be back.
So basically, bringing it back from the dead to see if people. still
Yeah,
care
they're gonna
about it.
see. They're starting with a port just to like test the waters. Just be like, do people still kill? And depending how well it does, depends on the fate of Need for Speed. It's a weird
That
theory.
is possible.
That's my theory. It's possible Need for Speed 2019 might just be Burnout 2019. But to be honest, it kind of already is with the fucking way it fucking.
Like, the way the game has been made, like, all they need to do now to make it a Burnout game is just get rid of the licensed cars and put in some made-up cars.
And just fucking annihilate them.
Like, I wouldn't be people are crying for Burnout, and with Need for Speed, it's just kind of like a dying thing now. To
It's
be honest.
dying. People just like people want it to be great, but at least from
Like, in terms of
from what I've heard,
saying
a lot of people
dying.
what they are saying, what they want out of Need for Speed, isn't really Need for Speed. Like what people want out of Need for Speed is something original that Need for Speed isn't. Either that or Most Wanted 2.
what, like the concept thing that Jake made.
Yeah, like
what you mean?
when you take that idea, even though he didn't talk about gameplay like at all, except like maybe in the post, I haven't read the post. All I listened to was the podcast. But like based on what they said in the podcast, it was just story. None of that story sounds like a Need for Speed game. None of that sounds like a Need for Speed game. Like it would be cool as an original idea, but as a Need for Speed game, that doesn't sound like Need for Speed at all. And like,
But, like,
what
Need for
everyone,
Speed needs something fresh.
Need for Speed should do something fresh. Need for Speed Ghost should fucking stop listening to the community and do their own fucking thing instead of half-assing both, half-assing listening to the community and half-assing doing their own thing. They should full-ass their own thing.
Ah, time to bring back the quotes for 2018.
I don't know.
But like,
Maybe that's not a good idea because it's Ghost, and Ghost has a terrible track record.
well, it's like they need support from the community to make their game. I think anyway, because like if it wasn't for Craig It Up,
I think the community ruined 2015 and Payback. Like, they're
In
not
what
the
way?
only reasons, but it's just like the community is so like throwing so much garbage at like Ghost with like not even just terms of like hate, but in terms of like fix this shit. We want 350C. We want fucking like more customization. We want the night cycle. All this shit they wanted for Payback, and they got it. But then Ghost fucked everything else up. And then now,
well, like there is a theory behind that though, as to like why they added everything else, but then other things got messed up along with it.
let me guess, it's the theory Susto had of like,
Yeah, Sushiel's theory where like they could have been working on something else, and then EA's like, no, work on this instead. And they're like, okay.
the theory's possible.
So
It's possible,
It's like,
but
there's no
unlikely.
way.
Unlikely.
There's no way that they could have been doing all this and then forgot about online free roam and like very important elements for online. There's no way you could
Really?
forget that. That's
Really?
how could they forget that?
Really? We have 2015 to look at. What is especially at launch? What was 2015 missing?
Yeah, what's good? They didn't have speedless.
They didn't have purple. They didn't have good multiplayer, even though it's a fucking online only game.
Because I think they were expecting people to just like line up at the, because they had old
No, no,
drive.
no.
They're like, oh, let's go,
No,
go
no.
line up, line up
Like,
at an event with your friends and then start the race.
all
That
drive
was their
only
vision.
worked in Rivals because it was made as a cop versus
it didn't
race.
work in Rivals. No, it didn't work in Rivals. You would try.
Yeah, I'm not saying it worked
flawlessly.
flawlessly. I'm not saying it worked flawlessly. I'm saying like out of all the games, it worked the best in Rivals. Although to
Really?
be honest, that's out of 2 games.
Yeah, 1 to 2. It's like,
1 to 2.
and even then, like, the cops would go after you for no reason when you would try and start an event. It's like, if anything, it was more broken.
Yeah, but that had
least
nothing to
the
do with the online. Like the cops chasing you all the time had nothing to do with the online. Actually,
True, but it interfered with the online.
Actually, no. I bet the reason the cops can go after you at any time, the reason they did that is because a fucking player cop can just go after you at any time. So it wouldn't be fair if a player cop can just troll while you are a racer and just sitting around a fence.
So they gave equal rights for AI and real people.
Equal rights.
AI lives matter too, guys.
AI lives matter.
Gotta give them equal rights.
But in all
like,
seriousness, that would have been like even more bullshit because like it
Yeah.
wouldn't happen as much as the constant non-stop pursuits, even though you're doing nothing. But like a player cop can just be an asshole and just drive up to you and bust you while you're just sitting there.
Yeah, and like it doesn't help that the game is always mostly online and you can't even pause it properly.
Yeah. That bit I don't understand. Like if you're playing by yourself, why can't you pause? That bit makes no sense.
Yeah, even if when you're offline, you can play the game offline and you still can't pause the game.
But like back to 2015, it was like fucking like.
Yeah.
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 What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the
Online?
multiplayer. Yeah, the online.
Yeah.
At launch, which is the most important time for a game. Like, unless if your game is built to sustain itself over time, which I would go back to in a second, launch is the most important time for your game. And with
And they messed it up.
With Need for Speed 2015, they fucked it up. I think, was it the handling way worse at launch too?
What, Payback?
No,
Oh, 2015.
we've talked about 2015 all this time, and
No, I don't know why. I thought Payback.
Why?
But yeah, 2015.
like
No, it's good. The handling's always been the same for 20.
no, I hold they slightly modified it to make it less glitchy. I honestly didn't even notice any differences, even from the beta to the full game.
Yeah, the beta was like the only thing that was different was like little changes like with the UI and like the menus and stuff. Like,
AKA the non-changes, as I like to call them. Like
Yeah,
you can fucking make those changes in an hour. Like it's not hard to change the UI. It's not hard.
in the menu.
Like if you have the code for the UI to work, it's not hard just to switch out a texture. Fucking models have been doing that with games for like decades. It's not hard.
I'll take your word for it because you're in the game business.
Not in the business, more like I'm
Like
not
you're
even
learning it.
I'm learning. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
But you know more stuff than me, so qualification.
I knew more stuff than you before I started college, and all I had to go off of was YouTube videos.
Now I'm even more sad.
Cool.
But yeah, like,
okay,
I don't notice
yeah,
any difference.
the online was pretty shit in 2015, and yeah, they added speedless, but a little bit too late.
Yeah, like it was like around like April time, and it's like
way after
by
the game had
then-
already died.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because like, I want to see Need for Speed prosper, but like there's just these not little things, these major things which need to be in the game at launch.
Meanwhile, Payback comes in with the online with the opposite issue. It's
The opposite effect.
The absolute opposite, which is kind of funny. But Payback is
No free roam.
Payback can be completely summed up as opposite of 2015 in like every way. It's like all the good stuff are bad and all the bad stuff are good.
Well, I mean, except for the handling. But even then, like the handling is like.
No, I'm saying the stuff that was bad in 2015 is now
Is
good in
good.
Payback, aka the handling.
But even then, the handling, like, even though it is good, like it's still.
Honestly,
Like,
I have yet to
you get the
I've yet
drift.
to even play Payback. So honestly, when it comes to
feel-
the handling, I can't really speak on it because I haven't played it. When it comes to racing games, you can't speak on a game's handling until you play it.
But,
You can
like,
speak on the
when
other
it comes-
stuff, but the handling is a different story.
Yeah, but like when it comes to the handling, like, it's still like, it's easier to drift in Payback, or it feels like smoother in Payback. Like in 2015, like your like tires would constantly like screech, and like in Payback, it's just like you turn your car, and it happens.
Payback, I actually just like last week had a assignment where I had to compare like two games in the same genre, and the genre I chose because I could finally choose racing games. I chose good game, Underground 1, bad game, 2015, and
But they're in two different eras, though.
they're both driving simulators.
And they're made by two different people.
Doesn't matter. They both are classified as vehicle simulators, which is the genre because we didn't have racing games as a genre. We had vehicle simulators.
Ah.
And I know what you're thinking. Simulators, but Need for Speed's arcade. You're still simulating driving a
it's still
vehicle.
simulating.
You're still simulating driving a vehicle.
Arcade simulator.
Fucking that was I'm going to go on a slight tangent about that class. Not that specific period, but like the class throughout the semester. I learned some interesting stuff that like redefined how I think about genres. Cause like we think about genres as something super specific. I think genres are better as like vague ideas, and like the vehicle simulator and the sports genres when we were being taught those genres really like changed my view. Cause when you think of sports game, you think of FIFA, Madden,
Yeah.
baseball stuff. Like you think of like yearly releases. But you want to know other sports games?
What?
Rocket League is a sports game.
Yeah, technically. 'cause,
No,
like,
it is a sports game. It's simulating soccer. It's not realistic, but it's simulating a version of soccer. It does,
Yeah,
and it
I'll
doesn't
put-
even
I'll
have to
put-
be a real sport.
I would put Rocket League in its own like subgenre.
No,
of, like,
Rocket
games
League
that,
is
like-
a sports game.
No, I'm saying personally, I would put it in a subgenre of sports where it's simulating sports, but it's not.
So
Real.
arcade sports game.
Yeah, basically. If I wanted to get down to like.
It's like the
real,
fucking like 12 different genres of racing games.
Or the many genres of rock, like the Christian rock.
That's different. That's music. Music's different.
I know it's a completely different thing.
Plus, I'm to be honest, I'm not as educated on music genres compared to video game genres, but
Yeah.
yeah. What was I? Payback something. Payback something. Oh yeah, Payback. I want to talk about because Olio, I meant like a game's launch its most important time.
Yeah.
Unless if like you have a way to persistently like make money. Payback comes in with fucking microtransactions because they need the money because Need for Speed is a dying franchise and they can't put in all this money, especially after the backlash of Need for Speed 2015, and expect it to. I just thought.
Wait,
of
what was the
something. I
backlash
just
of
thought of
2015?
something. Don't you remember all the reviews? Everyone fucking hated the game, except the community, which was kissing ass until like a few weeks after the game or something, and like everyone started hating it in the community.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Anyways, I just thought of something. Maybe the reason Payback just feels like, even when you're just looking at it, like with graphically, how it doesn't look as good. Maybe that's because of the budget. Maybe because 2015 fucking flopped, like after launch.
Well,
like,
look at Payback at E3 though. I know, like that's different because like they build it so it looks, absolutely, like really good because presentation. But like even then, like 2015 from like E3, obviously there was a downgrade, but like it wasn't that much of a downgrade.
I think other people would like to argue with you. I wouldn't, but other people would.
But like then you look at you look at Payback from like E3 to now. It's like, especially with the daytime, I'm wondering like, what happened? What happened with the daytime? Especially in the middle of the day where it's the brightest. It looks.
You're playing on the base Xbox One.
I know, but even on
You're
like,
playing on the
Xbox One
base
X.
Xbox One. The gameplay you was shown was probably high-end PC. Although maybe, I don't know, has Jake like talked about like how bad graphics are on PC or something?
No,
they
so I haven't
even know
heard
that?
too much about that, at least
Okay.
from what I remember. But like, even then, like from the stuff that I've seen on PC, it looks not the same, but like, I don't know, it still doesn't look that good.
E3. E. Anyways, this was the Burnout Remaster topic.
Yeah, this was the well, we transitioned somehow.
It was kind of
into back
related.
pain.
It was kind of related. I didn't even want to talk about that. Actually, this kind of goes into the next topic, back pain. But like,
Yeah, well, we already talked about the launch and how it went completely abysmal.
sort of. We skimmed through it. Basically, one of our topics is the launch of Payback, and the launch of Payback was fucking
launch.
atrocious.
Payback's lunch, back pain's lunch.
Back pain's lunch. It was atrocious.
And I don't know. I'm honestly curious what happened. Like,
Hang
with the online
on.
framework.
Hang on. VG Tots.
are you gonna look at the sales?
I want to see the sales. It's not the most accurate, and sometimes they guess, which is always
Yeah,
a good
there's a lot
sign.
of guessing involved.
But it gives you a good idea. Like, even if it's like not accurate, it gives you a good like idea of like what the sales might be. Let's just start off with global. Global sales of 2017. Payback is
Yeet.
probably not even on this list. It's not even on this list. Up there it is. Payback is number 84 out of a. Well, that's the PS4 version. I should probably fucking.
But that's the sales.
Hang on. Yeah, it sold 84 copies.
No, like 0.84 like million or something.
No, it's just 84 out of 100. That was just PS4. Okay. PC, that's only counting physical. Physical PC sales are just non-existent. Xbox One, 0.15 million. PS4, 0.53 million. It has not even hit 1 million. Granted, this info is like outdated by like a month or two. So it's possible it's only...
So by now, it's probably hit 1 million, maybe. Maybe 1.5 million, I'm guessing.
Barely 1 million. Barely 1 million. Because the sale, especially after the backlash at the launch,
Sure.
the sales have probably fucking died. Like, it fucking drastically affected Battlefront 2. So why couldn't it affect...
But even then, Battlefront 2's already made quite a bit.
It's Star Wars!
Yeah, it's Star Wars, it's gonna sell. But Need for Speed, it's like... I mean, the name is known to a lot of people, but like, a lot of people know it as this franchise, which has gone in so many different directions.
I just checked. That's only 2 weeks of sales. The week the game launched, the PS4 version was the 4th best-selling game of the week, but it was the best-selling new game of that week.
Interesting.
Minecraft on 3DS? Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is interesting. And then week 2. How badly did the sales drop off on week 2? It went from number 4 to number 8. It dropped. Oh, it lost like so many sales. I'm bad at.
I'd imagine so, because of the whole controversy that happened with EA.
Yeah, and I can only imagine this probably went downhill because it doesn't have the rebound effect that Star Wars can give you.
Yeah.
Like, fucking The Last Jedi came out. People are like, new Star Wars game, controversy. Nah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I want this.
I bet some people were just like, what's the big deal? Like, that's just how it is on like my phone and stuff, and that's not that big of a problem. You're like, yeah, so. Yeah, so Back Pain's lunch was, it clearly,
It tasted terrible.
tasted terrible. It fucking did tuna. Tuna's disgusting.
I'm never visiting that restaurant again. Back pain, you get a 1 out of 10 from me.
0 out of 10 on Yelp.
Okay, yeah, we've talked about everything with back pain. With my back pain. So we'll move on
consoles.
Yeah.
That's just what I called it. It's actually like good consoles for racing games. PC doesn't count because PC's not a console.
It's a PC.
It's a fucking computer. You do your tax on it.
It's a personal console.
No.
Personal computer.
Anyways, I think we should start off with the obvious one. PS2.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Not entirely in terms of quality, even though there are some fantastic racing games on there, like the Burnout games, the Need for Speed games.
Of course.
Gran Turismo's, like... You can go
Midnight
back and forth between if like the PS1 or PS2 Gran Turismos are the best era of Gran Turismo. Personally, I prefer the PS2, like specifically GT3. That game was great, and it didn't overwhelm you, which was nice. Unlike like GT, my problem with GT4 is too much shit in that game.
I've bought a lot of racing games for the PS2, like the Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4, and a bunch of like Midnight Clubs, but I have yet to play
Any
most
of them.
I played Midnight Club 2, and I played Need to Be Undercover.
What do you do with what do you do with your time when you can't play video games?
When I can't play video games?
What, do you spend time playing video games?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a good time.
do you just spend all your time playing Payback instead of the giant backlog you're
I
building
haven't
up?
played Payback in like... Actually, I played it yesterday. But like, before then it was like weeks. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what have you been doing then?
What? You cut out.
What have you been doing?
YouTube?
You've just been watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Same.
Same. Good life.
Good life. Wasting time watching YouTube, not doing anything productive.
I could be going through a bunch of games which I haven't played yet, but I got a ton of podcasts.
Playing video games, the illusion of productivity.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. Life's an illusion.
Yeah, PS2 is a pretty obvious one for like racing games.
Even if like you ignore like some of the, like, while they're all like I was trying to say earlier, while they're all fantastic racing games on it, like it'd be a great console just in pure numbers. Like even like there's fucking 18,000 games on it, and this was back when everyone was releasing racing games. So like a lot of them, probably like a quarter of them are racing games. That's like
Yeah.
a
It was a
few
huge market back then.
racing games on the PS2.
Even if some of them flopped. And
Even
most
if
of them
even
didn't
if
get-
like half of them suck or something. Like
I remember
there's still some really
I don't
good ones
think-
on now.
I haven't played it, but like I don't think Street Racing Syndicate. I don't think it got a sequel.
Street Racing Syndicate, the closest thing to a sequel it got was the fact that Ford Mustang Street Racing or whatever it's called uses
Ford Mustang Racing.
uses the same engine, the same handling. It's basically the same, like handling wise and like gameplay wise, the same game, which is funny.
That's an amazing sequel.
That's-
instead of what's called with the sequel. I bet you the quote that they applied to it was less is more.
I kind of want to play it because I'm so curious. Like I saw gameplay of it. Even the fucking map looks the same. Like not in terms of like the map itself, but in terms of like the design of the map on the HUD looks the same.
Wow, I need to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if like you talk about like hidden gems and shit, like. Wait, do I seriously have no hidden gem racing games? No, wait, the ATV Alfred Fiore franchise. That franchise is amazing.
Didn't you make a video on it?
I made a video on the second one. 3 is my favorite, but only because I really like the PSP one, and the PSP one is a port of 3.
I don't know why, but when you said ATV, like I was thinking of that video you made where you used your wheel on Tony Hawk.
No, the other wheel video.
Well, you made a wheel video on the ATV game.
ATV
Well,
Alfred Fiore 2.
Ah.
Those 6 of them, 2 of them on PSP and 4 of them on PS2. It's a franchise that should come back. Like, it's a good franchise. Like, it's
might have played
super,
one of the games.
it's super, like, overlooked. Because, like, you see them everywhere. Like, everyone has a copy of the second game. But nobody fucking talks about it. Nobody plays them. They're just completely forgotten.
I think I might have played one of their games on PS3 as a demo, but even then,
It's not on the PS3. It's not on the PS3. It's only on the PS2 and PSP.
No, I'm talking about like like the franchise or that game?
The
specifically?
franchise.
Well, it never moved to the next generation.
Never.
Oh, so it's not that game. Never mind.
But the thing is, 1 and 2 were made by somebody. I think the people I might mix up the studios on this, but like the people who made 1 and 2 went on to after 2 they left or something to make MX versus ATV. And that went on, and it's actually
That's
still...
what it is.
Yeah, and that went on. That's still going on, and they have a new game coming out.
That's what it is. MX
Yeah.
versus ATV.
MX
This is
versus
the one.
ATV. Yeah, that's the one.
This is the one that I played on PS3 as a demo.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the people who made 3 and 4 went on to make Pure, and then split second, and then Disney fucked them in the ass.
Yeah, and then we never got that sequel that they were apparently gonna release.
Yeah. That's enough about the PS2. Everyone fucking talks about how the PS2 is good for like racing games and shit.
It's a good one.
How about you go, because I kind of went with the PS2. What do you think is a good console for racing games, and why?
Nintendo Wii. No. No, the DS. Actually,
Really?
no. Maybe there's a hidden gem on there, and that we don't know about. It could be the next like big thing. Who knows?
Like fucking Most Wanted on
The
the DS is so bad. Yeah.
the 360.
Yeah, the 360.
You got like Dirt 2. You got
Like
the-
even though like later on in the 360's life cycle, it got the same stuff as the PS3, not including exclusives like Forza. And
Yeah, they pretty much got the same stuff, but like
yeah.
Obviously the notable ones are like actually wait,
But-
Split Second was on 360.
It was. But like there's also early on, because like for the first few years it got games that the PS3 didn't. Like TDU1, Burnout Revenge, Most Wanted 05, Import Tunnel Challenge. What else did it
I
get?
need to get that game. I want to get that game.
Good fucking luck.
I found it and then it went out of stock.
Cool.
That was a good time.
It's a good game, just has less content than the PS2 Tokyo Extreme Racers. Oh, what I think they're called Tokyo Highway Battle where you live.
Oh, I know them by the name that you just said, Tokyo Extreme Racer, but that's another franchise which I need to go and get.
I fucking loved Import. I love Import Tuner Challenge. Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift 2. It's okay. Like it's not bad. It's just not great.
Oh.
It's just I'm not a big fan of the drifting mechanics and the Japanese mountain tracks. I'm not a fan of those. I do like the car list though. But like every time I go game hunting, I look at the PS2 sections. I always see Tokyo Extreme Racer Drift 1. I don't want Drift 1. I want Tokyo.
You don't
I
want
want.
the first
I want.
Drift?
I want Tokyo Extreme Racer 3 or Tokyo Extreme Racer 0. I don't want Drift 1. Drift
want
1's
Zebra.
stupid.
But like with the 360, you got the Dirt franchise, you got Forza, the early ones, like all the way up until like
PGR.
4.
PGR 3 and 4. You
Get
got
those ones.
You got the Need for Speeds from Most Wanted 05 all the way up to Rivals. The only one we really missed out on Nitro and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hidden gem on the Nintendo Wii.
Nitro is
You know.
pretty. I haven't played Nitro in forever. I remember it being good, but I haven't played it in forever.
I only played it on the DS. I have no idea what it's like on the Nintendo Wii.
AKA the actual version.
Yeah, I don't play the actual game. I play the real
I
one.
play it on the Game Boy Advance.
I play on the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. I have Tony Hawk on the Game Boy Color. It's bad.
Like how bad? On a scale of bad.
Scale bad
Yes.
to bad.
On the scale of bad to bad.
I give it
Bad.
I give it a bad.
No, it's good. It all depends on like how loud you say it. So it's like
Bad.
it's bad. I think that's it. There's probably a game that I'm missing, and I'm gonna scream at myself for missing out. on
Paradise.
it. Yeah, Burnout. That's one of them.
Burnout Paradise and Revenge. The dot games.
Yeah.
Far Cry is pretty good racing.
Oh man, I love Far Cry racing.
There's Pure Second, the TDU games. You got The Crew.
The crew on the 360 before all the patches to the handling, because they never patched it on the 360.
Well, they kind of did maybe because the DLC is there. Not Wild Run, like the car packs.
Imagine Wild Run on the 360.
That is impossible.
Calling all units.
The graphics update is impossible. Maybe the content, that's a maybe, but the graphics update is impossible.
The graphics update just makes it worse.
No, it'd be like...
It's like, no can do.
Do you know what virtual racing looks like?
Virtual racing, what?
Vulture racing. Vulture.
No. What's that?
It's I think it's either the first or one of the first 3D racing games, and it shows graphically.
Is it on the Virtual Boy?
It's on the Sega Genesis, the Sega 32X, the Sega Saturn, but it originally came out in the arcade. And Daytona USA, it's technically the sequel to it. Boom, you just got knowledge.
Whoa, knowledge from a podcast like this? Amazing.
But anyways,
I think that's it.
yeah, for 360.
Yeah.
You know what's another really, really, really good console for racing games?
Trials. Would you count that as more so it's a vehicular game?
Vehicular platformer.
Yeah. It's the Mario equivalent of racing games.
No? I'm pretty sure the Mario equivalent of racing games is Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart.
Oh, I just remembered something. Oh, this is gonna piss everyone off when they find out about this, unless they already know.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, Watch Mojo did a top 10 racing franchises.
And what was at the top?
I'll tell you the top 3. Number 3, Gran Turismo. Number 2, Forza.
Of course.
Number 1, Mario Kart.
No, wait, where did Need for Speed place then?
It was like in the middle.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has gone a bit down.
It was above Burnout.
Burnout's had a more consistent record than Need for Speed,
Yeah.
so it should go above.
But like, here's one thing about Watch Mojo. Say like the videos are garbage and like poorly researched, but when it comes to the lists, this is what everyone forgets. The community voted. It's most popular, essentially. That's why like top 10 Need for Speed games, number 1's Underground 2. When it's clearly not the best, if you actually play it. But like, it's most
I
popular
haven't played
because
it all the way
it's
through,
community
but
voted.
It's not my favorite.
So that means, according to the community, Need for Speed's in the middle, Burnout underneath, and the top 2 are Forza and Mario Kart.
Because Forza is like...
Because Forza's the most casual, actual racing game, while Mario Kart's the most popular racing franchise.
Yeah.
And I know that probably like kills some people inside if they hear that, but it's true. Mario Kart's the most popular racing franchise. Like Need for Speed, Burnout, Gran Turismo, they got nothing on Mario Kart.
No, they got nothing on Sega All Stars Racing.
I want to
That was a
hate you
good
with a
game.
brick.
I actually played the demo. It's not that bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, shut up. Anyways, I'm going back on topic. Good console for racing games. Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about the 64. So
Yeah.
you're probably gonna lead the whole thing.
So everybody forgets about the 64, but the 64 had fucking fantastic racing games. It might not have had as many
Superman
as
64.
it might not have had as many as PS2, but obviously Mario Kart. Although I will say Mario Kart 64 is not as good as everyone says it is.
Mario Kart DS is the one that people. That's the one. That's the one that's good.
I'm not gonna comment on that because of how.
It's good.
I'm not gonna comment on that. The Rush trilogy with San Francisco was 2 Extreme Racing, and then was 2049.
That's the one I know. 2049.
2049 is the best one. That was the one you might have played because it got ported to PS2.
I haven't played it, but I have seen that video you made on it. Where it was. Wait, what did you play it on?
I played
like
Rush 2 on the 64 because Rush 2 only came out on the 64.
Oh.
Oh, I did a video on Rush 1 on the PS1.
Rush 1 on the PS1.
That was a very bad port. But like 64 also had some pretty good Top Gear games. Top Gear Rally 1 and 2 are pretty good, but Top Gear Overdrive is fucking fantastic. That's honestly, Top Gear Overdrive is my favorite racing game on the 64 with real cars. I don't mean licensed. I mean like real cars, like something that resembles a vehicle.
Like it actually resembles.
Because like that was back in the 90s when like you can essentially steal a car, and as long as it has a different name, you won't get sued. Cause like that game,
like random.
That game has a Jeep, an Eclipse, a Beetle, an F40, a Viper, a Corvette, or a Camaro. I don't remember if it's a Corvette or Camaro, but none of them are called the correct vehicle. Also, there's a taco. You can drive a taco.
A taco van?
No,
Or like
no,
an
no.
actual, like,
You drive
literal taco.
you drive an actual taco, and the wheels are tomatoes. I'm not making this up.
This is in Top Gear Overdrive.
Top Gear Overdrive. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up.
Looking this up right now. Top Gear Overdrive taco. It's a thing. Now I'm hungry.
I'm not making this up. It's a real thing. It's a fucking taco.
I also just found out that that you can also drive
The
Nintendo
N64 logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also, I think there's a flying saucer and some other ones. Although I think the only one I have unlocked is the taco.
Oh, I just saw the yeah, what's called that clearly resembles an F40. I just found a picture of an F40 in the game. Well, it's not called the F40, but
Yeah.
pretty much is.
It's obviously an F40.
Yeah.
The game's a lot of fun. Like, the game, like, you feel like you're sliding all the time, but the levels are made in such a way that, like, sliding all the time is the best way around the corners. There's just one exception. One track which is fucking awful. It's like an island. It's like a tiny island, and you drive around the edge of it. That track is the worst track in the game. I hate that track. It's terrible. But the other tracks are great. Not to mention,
Well,
it's
what
one
makes
of
it
not
really
to,
bad.
I can't explain it. Actually, I can. You crash a lot.
I'll have to go play the game for myself then, because
But like, it's one of those games where like, if you just follow the road, you're gonna lose. You want to take shortcuts. And you
so
want
don't follow the game.
Yeah, it's one of those games. But the Top Gear franchise, from what I've played, is a pretty good franchise. How did they not get sued by BBC? I don't know. Because it's literally a different Top Gear. That's the Top Gear I grew up with. Fuck your British plebs.
You just cut out for the whole thing. The last thing you said was Top Gear is a good friend. You couldn't fret.
You know
Top
what?
Gear's
It
a good
was
friend,
on the
though.
recording. It was on the recording.
So the whole time for me it was just like, oh yeah, Top Gear's a good friend.
It's on the recording. There's other games too. F-Zero X, the best racing game on the console, is fucking phenomenal. So the graphics don't exist, but they did that for a reason. They did that so it's a constant 60 FPS.
Graphics aren't a thing.
I'm not lying. There's like no graphics.
No graphics on a game. Wow.
Like, especially like if you compare it from like the 64, like F-Zero X to F-Zero GX on the GameCube, you're like, whoa, graphics. GX looks phenomenal. X looks like...
I'm looking at it right now. It's
It's kind of missing the graphics.
a little bit.
I gotta add so many
It's still has
fucking...
some of it, though.
I'm adding so many fucking timestamps.
Timestamp here, timestamp there.
God, this is how they do it. It's easier than just like skimming through the audio, like where the fuck do I put this video clip?
Yeah, you can just go back and check it.
Yeah, so there was F-Zero X, and as I said, all the Rush games, the Top Gear games. There's a game, I have yet to play it, but everyone who's played it says it's amazing, and you wouldn't think it's amazing based on what it is. It's called Beetle Adventure Racing.
Beetle Adventure Racing.
You only drive Volkswagen
about?
Beetles. It's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the game was published by EA. It's possible that might be the closest thing we have to Need for Speed on the 64.
It's Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed on the 64.
Although we didn't the 64. Yeah, I think the 64 got V-Rally.
That's right. Some people consider it to be a Need for Speed game. No, it is,
the
but like,
false,
it's not.
like it says Need for Speed in the name, but it's kind of doesn't. And like V-Rally kept going, but they dropped the Need for Speed in the name. I don't know. V-Rally's weird. I've never looked into it. Like, I've never actually looked into V-Rally. Anyways, what else does 64 have? The 64 has fucking, like... it's got a pretty good Ridge Racer, Ridge Racer 64. It's got the Cruisin' trilogy. I haven't played Exotica. USA's pretty good, but Cruisin' World is amazing. And there's a lot more I can't think of right now.
Basically, there's a ton.
The 64 is great for Automobile Lamborghini. It has like 3 tracks, 2 cars, but the game is
Wait, that's
fun.
a game?
Yeah. Automobile Lamborghini.
It's a Lamborghini only game?
Yeah, on the 64, it's fun, but there's like no content.
Huh.
And there's also some other games I haven't played, like Roadstars and like California Speed and some other stuff that I just never played. And I remember once I rented a Hot Wheels game as a kid, but I don't remember if it was good or not.
I only remember like one Hot Wheels game. I think it was called like Hot Wheels Beat That. I played it on the 360 and DS.
Yeah, my Hot Wheels game is on the 64 because that's what we'll talk about. Anyways, that was the 64. Considering your mic is muted, I'm just gonna wait 10 seconds. I'm gonna have awkward silence. Yeah. Hi.
Back.
Hi, back. Do you have any other consoles? Don't fucking say PS3.
Yeah, because like pretty much
The
we already
Wii
know
U.
it's PS3.
No, the Wii.
Is there actually some good racing games on there?
No.
Nothing.
I mean, it's got
And-
Mario Kart 8, which is considered the best Mario Kart, but that's
Doesn't it-
literally it.
Doesn't it have that game that got ported over to the Switch? That's good.
I just said
Forgot
it.
the name
Mario
of it.
Kart 8.
No, there was another game that got ported from like the Wii U to the Switch that you did a video on, and like that was good. Not Mario Kart.
Fast Racing Neo or Fast
Yes,
RMX. That game is really good. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard for me to go back to it, especially after that video. It's just like when I go back to it, I'm like, it's just not as good as I said it was. Like it's not bad. It's just not great. It is good. It's just not great. Plus the servers are dead for like obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But it's better than fucking. Oh my god, what is the other game? What is the other game? There was the other, like, the racing game they released on the Switch. That's a fucking mobile game. What did they call it?
Oh yeah, it was called. It was a mobile game and it got ported.
What is it? I'm trying to remember the name of it.
It was some like it looked. It had customization.
It was from the same
pretty
people who
sure.
made TDU2, which is not a good sign.
Oh, that game.
It's not a good sign.
That game. I know the one. I know that.
What is
I know
it
the game you're
called?
talking about.
I can't believe I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna fucking check right now. And instead of Googling it, I'm going on my Switch and going on the eShop. It's probably faster, honestly. My Switch is probably way faster than my laptop. As I look for it, think of a console that has good racing games.
Console. Another console with good racing games. Nintendo Entertainment System.
No, that terrible racing games. Awful racing games.
But isn't that where F-Zero originated?
Q Club eliminated.
I knew it had something to do with Gears because racing game.
Wait, did you just say F-Zero came from the NES?
Didn't it originate from there? Or was it the SNES?
I'm in pain. I'm in fucking pain. It's a Super
Was it the
Nintendo.
Super Nintendo?
It's a Super Nintendo launch title. Why? No, it just. Although I hold bad
Memory, man. Memory.
It's hard to remember what you don't know.
I knew it originated from like one of the two, but I didn't know.
Although I heard Rad Racer was a pretty good game. I just haven't played it.
Huh.
Do you got any?
I think that's it.
Do you actually
I don't
have
anything
none?
else.
You need to play more video games.
Wait, what do I not have?
Okay, how about this? List me every console you own. Right now.
Okay, 360, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 4, PS4,
Xbox 4.
PlayStation 2, and that's it.
So you basically have all the new stuff except Nintendo, and then the PS2.
Well, I had Nintendo a while back. I still have my DS, but like I don't know what happened to my Nintendo Wii. I think actually I don't know what happened to it.
So except for Nintendo, you only have the current stuff.
Pretty much, because I didn't have.
You need to go
like,
back to the past.
Back to the Future. Da-da.
I was making a different reference, but okay.
I'm going with my reference.
Okay, I guess I'll name one more and then we can end the podcast after that.
Yeah.
I don't want to name Xbox the GameCube because a lot of it is just ports of games that are also on the PS2.
Yeah. Like that's why we didn't list the PS3 because most of it, like we already know, there's like Gran Turismo and.
Yeah, those the
Pretty much everything else is
exclusives
on
like
the-
Gran Turismo,
Yeah.
MotorStorm, and that's it. When it
Yeah,
comes to
that's it.
racing.
And everything else you can get on the 360.
Yeah. Plus, when it comes to third-party stuff, the 360 has more because it came out earlier, and like at the
Yeah.
beginning, people didn't want to port to the PS3. Like it wasn't really until 2007 and 2008 that people finally jumped on to porting to the system. Like the little exceptions, like Need for Speed, Call of Duty, sports. But like fucking TDU 1 could have been a launch title for the PS3, but instead they decided let's make a PS2 version.
That was a good idea.
Yeah. Side note, I played that recently and it's surprisingly good, and the handling is way better than TDU 2, which caught me off guard.
I haven't played it on the PS2. I've only played both TDU games on the 360.
TDU 2's handling is so bad. So bad.
It's different.
I mean, I could say PS1, because PS1 has a lot of racing stuff. The only problem is, I have not played much PS1 games. Like, the only stuff I've really played are like High Stakes, Pulse Unleashed, Ridge Racer Type 4, Gran Turismo 1, and
Ridge Racer. Ridge Race is a franchise.
Oh wait, I have played the original Ridge Racer because it comes with Type 4. San Francisco Rush. And I guess Driver, if you count that as a racing game.
It is, though. It's driving.
Kind of. Like you don't really.
Oh, that's right. You can get it. You can get out of the car, can't you?
Not in the first one.
In the second one.
I don't know about the second one. You can in the third one, which is clearly everyone's favorite. It's clearly the best game in the franchise.
It works perfectly.
Yeah. Sega Saturn. I've been looking into it. It's not a fantastic console for racing games, but it's got some good stuff. Sort of. The stuff, like, I recently got a Sega Saturn, and I can finally play the games I own. And so far, I've been kind of underwhelmed. Specifically with the 3 games I've played. Virtua Racing, Daytona USA, the original. Oh god. And Need for Speed 1. And, like, none of them are bad. They're just kind of, like, underwhelming.
Which one was the best out of the 3?
Need for Speed.
Really? Not like... I already forgot the 2 other ones you just said. I already forgot about the 2 other ones you just
Oh
said.
my god. You can do it. I believe in you.
I could think.
You got this.
Virtual Racing and Daytona USA. There
we go.
There we go.
I say Daytona USA and Virtua Racing are kind of tied. Because I noticed, this is something I noticed. All 3 games have the same problems that I have with it. The only exception being Need for Speed with the invisible wall problem. Too many. It's just you're surrounded by invisible walls, and it's fucking bullshit.
They don't want you to know the truth outside the invisible walls.
Like I would get it if like there was a field, and like you don't want to go into the field, you want to stay on the road. But when you're surrounded by walls on both sides, or even in a fucking tunnel, if you just go a little, there's an invisible wall before the wall. It's so annoying. But
game development.
But all 3 games have the same problem. Horrible understeer. They have it to different extents. I think I haven't played enough Virtua Racing now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I played Daytona, then Virtua Racing, then Need for Speed. I played a little bit more. I played a lot of Need for Speed, and I played a little bit more Daytona, but I haven't gone back to Virtua Racing yet, so I don't remember exactly how good it was or how bad it was. But I remember with the F1 car, it was terrible. But it could have been the fact that I have yet to adjust to the handling, because after playing a bit of Daytona, I got used to it. And actually won a race.
Wow.
Yeah.
And also probably because I think that's when race games were starting to like properly be like made.
Like
before then it was just like
No. Race games have been around forever.
Well,
it's just when
like,
3D racing games.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like before then it was just like you would see the back of a car and then like it would kind of move. And then, like, the track would move along with it, and it was just like that. But now...
Kind of like Top Gear 2.
now that they have like actual 3D models they can work with, it's like they're probably just experimenting.
Yeah, it's possible experimenting, but like Need for Speed, you can tell they did a lot from like the 3DO version, which was the original in '94, to the Saturn port in '95. '96, they ported to the Saturn in '96, so there was 2 years. '95 was Daytona and Vulture Racing. Need for Speed was '96.
Didn't the 3DO like flop?
Yeah, they made it was too expensive.
It was like, weren't they also like saying like Nintendo and Sega like toys, like baby toys, and like 3DS is like the real man's console, and then it completely flopped.
It was too expensive.
Well, that's how much a real game console costs. It costs too much.
I mean, the Saturn flopped too, just not as hard. Well, it kind of killed Sega, but like it was so bad, not even the moderate success of the Dreamcast could save Sega.
Wasn't that the last one?
Yeah.
And then they went under, and now they're just
They
a
did
publisher.
not. They did not go under. They were just bleeding money, and to prevent them from going under, they went third party. They were pretty good at third parties first, because like they basically just continued what they were doing, but signed a deal with Xbox, so they gave a lot of Xbox exclusives, including a game I have yet to play, but I kind of want to, Sega GT 2000. Because like I haven't played any Sega GT games, but like that one's the cheapest because it's on the Xbox. I don't know. Sega's, but like the Saturn, and there's also a bunch of race games I don't have that I want. Specifically in Japan, there is a Shindoku Battle, aka Tokyo Extreme Racer, but in Japan.
But it's called Tokyo Extreme Racer.
Yeah. Also, I was looking into that franchise. Apparently, it's been around since the Super Famicom.
I thought it only existed around like the PS2 era.
Even like when they started porting it to the other places, there was like a Tokyo Highway Battle and a Highway 2000, which although Highway 2000 is weird because when I looked on Wikipedia to see what's in the franchise, half of it was Sendeku Battle, which is the actual Tokyo Extreme Racer type games, and the other half was Wangan Midnight video games. And I'm like, what? What? How is that?
Yeah, Wangan.
Wangan Midnight. It's like, how is that related to TXL? Like, it's got same developers, but
Yeah, that's about it.
yeah. I don't know. We've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. I think this is the longest episode of Webcast.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that, to be honest.
New record.
New record. I don't know what to name this episode. What should I name it?
Back pain.
Back pain. I don't know.
Actually, just name it that topic.
Back pain? No, I don't know if that's a good enough name. I'll figure it out later. So this has been Cast of the Webs.
Yeah.
I swear the wait for the next episode won't be as big. I'm sorry, the two people who have made it this one person has made it this far. That's neither me and you.
Who was it?
Steve from Minecraft.
Well, we did it.
We did it. We made it. We made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Okay, we gotta end sync. On three. Three.
Hey. I didn't even clap.
Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
How to sync up your podcast.
1, go 3.
2. 5.